Hey guys, what's going on? We have another Alliance War today. This was our fourth war of the season against the Jokers. And we're going to be starting off on Path 9 again. And it's going to be another 565 Thor Ragnarok. And we're going to be using Ghost for this fight. And this node is the... Forgot to turn off notifications again. This is going to be the Aegis Intercept node, and the global here is Bulwark instead of Dodge, so that's a little bit different and exciting, I guess. So we're going to do our best here to remove those 3 indestructible charges off of Thor Ragnarok, and it's taking us a little bit longer than usual, but we do get them off. And this war is a little bit interesting. I'm not used to playing around that Bulwark global, so it presents some different challenges, and we'll see more of those later on in the war. So here he went indestructible again, and we're just waiting that out. Bait out one more special, and then we're done. So that fight went well. And you can see here, I'm waiting for my alliance mates to finish up with their lanes. We all boosted together. And I wasn't assigned that shared mini or either of the middle minis. So my next fight here is going to be this Mysterio. And this fight's a little bit interesting. So again, we had the Bulwark Global. This node here... Again with the notifications. This node here is the toggle unblockable node. So I'll just let this play out and we'll kind of see what happens here. I managed to evade that special one. I wasn't able to do that reliably in duels. And here, I can't touch him after the special one. So you can see I'm just in the corner just trying to evade every one of his hits, especially when he's unblockable. I can't hit him. I don't want to get that damage reflected onto me. And I was just kind of swiping and praying at that point, and we did end up getting out of it alive. But that fight afterwards, I mean, I was just kind of shocked that I made it out. So... This fight here, this is going to be the shared mini, a blade, and this, the defender is immune to all debuffs for the first, I believe 30 seconds of the fight, and it also has the intermittent unblockable. So, we're just going to use Ghost for this one. Play around the unblockable as much as possible. Usually I'm really comfortable pushing Blade to a special 2, but with the node this time I didn't want to do that. So we dropped a special 2, almost finished, and just a couple more hits should do it. So that fight went well, and we're going to move on to our next fights now. I did forget here that I needed to back up this fight. This is the Safeguard Domino, and as you can see, one of my alliance mates pretty much got her down completely, but he was just having some bad RNG with, I believe it was Void's debuffs. So here we're just going to jump in with Nick Fury to do our best and get some damage over time going on her. That is, I believe, the best way to handle this is with someone like Omega Red, Void, or someone that can do damage over time like Bleed or Poison. So I wasn't really using Nick Fury for anything else, so I volunteered to just hop in here and finish this up. So that fight's over. And now we're going to move on to our mini bosses. And this was on day 2 towards the end of war, and I was at work, so I didn't get assigned any of the usual mini bosses, but I did get asked to go in and back up this node. This was, I'm pretty sure it was a 565 unduped, I can't think of his name, Dark Hawk. So we're just gonna go in here with Ghost and try to hit him as few times as possible. This node does have, it's the stun immunity, and it also has counter tactics. So for every time, and breakthrough. So for every time that I hit him, he's gonna get an armor break. And in addition to that, he's also gonna start hitting me a little bit harder. So the more times I hit him, we're both gonna start hitting harder and harder. So for him, it'll be through the block. And this fight can get, depending on who you're using, this fight can get a little bit rough. So we're just going to try to hit him as few times as possible. As you can see, I keep forgetting about the global node, and I keep triggering that bulwark. So at this point, I saw my health dipping kind of low. He was just knocking into my block a whole bunch. I was getting a little bit nervous. But we did manage to finish it up. So that fight did go okay. And that was the end of my war. We did end up winning this fight as well. Our alliance is doing really well. But shout out to both teams, and we'll see you next time.